Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel The Novel Garden, a channel dedicated to explaining famous novel in simple, clear and meaningful English. Here we focus not only on what happened in a chapter, but on why it matters in today's explanation. We explore chapter 3 of A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, a chapter that is crucial for understanding the psychological development of Mariam. Unlike earlier chapters that introduce her identity, chapter 3 reveals how that identity is slowly accepted, internalized and normalized within her mind. So let's start chapter 3. Chapter 3 is primarily concerned with Mariam's emotional conditioning rather than external action. Living in isolation with her mother, Nana in the Kolma, Mariam grows up in an environment where limitation feels natural. The repeated routines of daily life, household work, silence, and separation from society teach her that expecting little is safer than desiring more. This chapter shows that oppression does not always arrive through force. Often it enters gently through repetition and habit, shaping a person's belief before they are old enough to question them. Nana plays a central role in shaping Mariam's understanding of the world. Deeply wounded by abandonment and social rejection, Nana believes she is protecting her daughter by teaching her harsh truth about man and society. Her statement that a man's accusing finger always finds a woman reflects a lifetime of lived injustice. Through such lesson, Nana prepares Mariam not for happiness, but for survival. Mariam in turn listens without resistance. She trusts Nana completely, and this trust allows Nana's bitterness to become Mariam's worldview. What Nana intends as protection slowly becomes psychological confinement. This chapter also reshapes the reader's perception of Jalil. While earlier he appears affectionate, chapter 3 emphasizes his absence rather than his presence. Jalil exists more as a memory and a topic of a conversation than as an active parent. Through Nana's words, Mariam begins to understand that affection without responsibility offers comfort but no security. This realization quietly lowers her expectation of love, teaching her that emotional satisfaction must be brief and conditional. Silence is one of the most powerful elements of chapter 3. Mariam does not challenge her situation or question her worth. Her silence is learned, not chosen. She understands that obedience avoids conflict and that endurance earns approval. Khaled Hosseini uses this silence to show how deeply social injustice can enter a child's identity. Mariam is not merely excluded from society. She is trained to accept that exclusion as rightful. Religion provides Mariam with emotional structure in this chapter. Her lesson with Mullah Faizullah offer peace and consistency, and faith becomes a place where she feels momentarily secure. However, even discomfort reinforces patience rather than resistance. Mariam learned to endure rather than to challenge, a lesson that will deeply influence her future choices. By the end of the chapter 3, Mariam believes she understands how the world works. She believes suffering is inevitable, silence is necessary, and love must be accepted in whatever form it comes. The tragedy of this chapter lies not in any dramatic event, but in the quiet formation of belief that will later prevent Mariam from defending herself. So chapter 3 concludes with Mariam's emotionally prepared but dangerously untested. In chapter 4, the focus shifts from inner conditioning to external reality, as Mariam comes closer to Jalil's legitimate world and begins to experience firsthand the distance between love and acceptance, a movement that set the direction of her life. If you guys are interested of listening the chapter 4 summary, So please subscribe, share my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.